Good morning, good afternoon, y'all. Good evening. Welcome to the Mental House with me, your host, Khadija. Y'all, first of all, I had such a wild weekend that I wasn't able to wish all the mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. So I hope every day is Mother's Day to you if you are a mother, and that you are made to feel as important and as pretty as a mother should feel on Mother's Day. Okay, and that we'll talk about that a little later, so that way we can kind of squash all the nonsense that's going on, in my opinion, about Aisha Curry, because I understand what that baby meant quite well. But that's really not what I'm on here to talk about right now on this video. Like I said, I've had a real crazy weekend. Um, and one of them is that my neighbor that I've known, excuse me, you guys, because one second. Okay, I'm back. Um, my dog was running amok, and I had to straighten her out. She wants to be on the porch, and then she wants to bark at people going up and down the street, and can't have that. Anyways, y'all, I don't even know where to start. The first crazy thing I'm gonna tell y'all is one of my neighbors, who I thought was cool, and of course was Caucasian neighbor of mine. And he just revealed to me that he likes a YouTuber that is totally racist, that is, in my opinion, y'all can figure it out who I'm talking about, because I wouldn't even mention his name. Would mention his name. In fact, the brother is very intelligent, very talented. Because I pick up on stuff like that when I'm watching stuff through the internet. I know who's talented. I know who's smart. Look at the damage that has been done to a lot of us. But this particular brother I'm talking about is a musician like me, into production, and his whole spiel is self hatred, um, for his own people. Okay, and I also see that he does, um, you know, he does make statements again that are um, true in a lot of ways. Some things he say that is in general you can just play it with a ball bus, because he takes a certain demographic and he lays in on them. But I don't listen to him because I think the content is too negative. And when I found out that my neighbor thinks that this guy's cool, you can imagine I was like, okay, I didn't say it to anything other than to him, other than what I expressed about what I felt. And most of my friends or people that I know, we try to avoid this particular YouTuber because it's just self hatred out in the open. So, of course, his face turned red, looked like an apple from the neck down, and he got an attitude. Okay, so and I was really like, good riddance, because if that's how you feel about it, I'm very honest, so I'm gonna be a straight shooter. You ask me, I'm gonna tell you. There's some things I forget because I don't remember, but if you ask me and I recall, I'm going to tell you the truth. And we found ourselves in one of those situations. So that was a real awakening for me over the weekend. But the worst, y'all, the worst is the neighbor that I know and have known for true over 50 years. She passed away. And so her nephew, who she raised as a son, came to live into her house. Okay. And so what happened was he was supposed to be at a church meeting on this past Thursday. Um, and he didn't show up. He never misses a church date. So when I was walking my dog the other day, I was saying to myself, "Wow, I wonder he home because it looks like his car has been parked in the same spot. But I just kept going and didn't think too much of it. Um, it was a passing thought, um, and I regret it. So, anyways, and I noticed that my neighbor would not let me come in. One day, he wanted me to do some computer work for him, and I said, "Well, you want me to come in and try to take care of it for you?" No, I don't know. I don't think you should come in and do it. So I, didn't give too much of thought to it. Well, after Saturday, I realized why. Um, my brother called and asked, "Will you go knock on the door?" Because he hadn't answered the phone in a couple days, and my brother keeps up with him pretty much, and they converse a lot. So couldn't do it. So my daughter was out doing the grass, and she decided, okay, I'll go and check and see if he's there. I'll do that for you. My God, he didn't answer the door. So some other church people, I guess, showed up, 3 days, 2 days later to find out, why he hadn't showed up as well. He didn't answer the door. He didn't show up. So police came, and I'm not particularly sure. I think the police broke the door in. I can't really remember, but he was in there on the floor by the bed, and they said mice was jumping around the house like popcorn. Now, y'all already know I'm just terrified of mice. And to think I used to be a health inspector, I just can't take them. They So the police went in there. The guy had been in there, and I want to say rest in peace. Oh, I feel so bad, so bad. They said he was stiff as a board, and the mice were jumping all around him, biting on him, and all types of things, you guys. Something out of a horror movie. Now, the worst part about it is he's got cousins, he's got um, nephews, he's got a daughter, um, and I'm just sad that I check on them more than they do. And I'm glad that I didn't find that because I'd probably be no good. First of all, the mice, and then that scene can hook a Rocky Horror Show. So my neighbor is going on. He's made his transition, and he made it to me in one of the most saddest way elderly person can make it is to be at home alone, no one there, and he fell out and passed away. So I've had a hell of a weekend, y'all, and it has been something. I want you to pray for that family because they're going to need it. This is when the real drama starts, actually. Um, I ain't gonna pull up no seat and get no popcorn and watch because both of these ended. I mean, I've been knowing him for an awful long time, and it's just really sad. Now, this is the guy that gave me my first iguana, my first turtles. Um, so I got a lot of love for him, and I want to say rest in peace, JJ, and for anybody else that's lost a loved one over this weekend, my condolences to you as well. All right, all right. Like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and share it. I just had to share y'all my piece of my life this weekend. All right, bye bye.